Friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about how to build your email list from zero if you are a new travel agent. So if you want to find out why having an email list is so important, how it can really change the trajectory of your business, especially in those first 1 to 3 years, and also free and paid ways to grow your list fast, keep on watching. I'm covering it all in the show today. All right, guys, don't forget to take a moment, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell over on YouTube. We're bringing you amazing content every single week to help you grow your travel businesses, and I don't want you to miss a thing. If you're new here, type a little "I'm new" in comments, and if you are new, you might not know who I am. My name is Cyndi Williams. I'm the CEO and founder of Wanderlust Campus, which helps people just like you launch, grow, and supersize your travel businesses. We certify travel professionals all over the world. If you'd like more information about what Wanderlust Campus does, you can find us at travelschool.com, and I'll link all that information down below. But guys, today we are talking about why it is so important to really grow and foster a strong email list, especially when you are a new travel advisor. This is kind of like marketing 101, but if you've never done it before, it can feel like an overwhelming, monstrous task. Like, where do I even begin with building an email list? When you're inside Wanderlust Campus, we call this collecting eyeballs and emails, right? How do we collect that client's attention so then you can convert it into paying customers? It's so important. So first thing we're going to cover today is why building your email list matters. And the reality is you're going to find out really quickly that friends and family, you're going to exhaust that really quickly and figure out that one, they're not your best clients, and two, they want a deal, they don't want to pay your professional fees. Like, there's a whole host of ideas or host of reasons why that's not going to be your best kind of marketing outlet or source of business. So you're going to figure out really quickly, wow, I need to start attracting clients. And by the way, if you are new or kind of in that aspiring phase, I want to remind all of you guys, go over to Wanderlust Campus and get your free account. We are now giving free accounts out for Wanderlust Campus. You can go to wanderlust-ceo.com, or I'll link that down below for you as well. But the reason you want to do that is you can get all the free resources, and also if you're kind of in the aspiring phase, there's a great masterclass on there that you should check out to learn about the industry and how it works. And why I want to, what my original train of thought was, if you are first time kind of working for an agency, you realize really quickly, oh, they're not going to give me leads. Oh no, like what now? What do I do to get my business running? So unless you don't want to feel like you're running like a Tupperware business where you're having to go have a party or introduce me to someone. If you don't want to feel like you're spending and exhausting all your energy trying to figure out how to get leads by referrals, you actually need to apply real marketing. And how you grow your email list is one of those easy things that you can do if you do it consistently from the beginning that will literally change the growth kind of trajectory of your business. So it's really important that you recognize the importance of gathering emails early on in everything that you do. You know, having a successful travel business, really, it starts with relationships, but also kind of having someone's email so you can build up that know, like, trust factor. So for example, if you are like, I love Origin's face care, right? Like, I love their like creams and all the things. I am a loyal customer with Origins. They send me an email probably every day, if not at least a few times a week, where they're constantly like, oh, Cyndi, we have this on sale, or when it's my birthday, happy birthday, here's your birthday thing, right? What they're doing through my email is they're continuing to foster the relationship. They're keeping that kind of warmed up energy between me, their buyer, and them, the seller, the things that they have to offer. You need to do the same thing with your travel business. You need to show up in inboxes. You need to deliver some value. Yes, you can deliver offers and different things like that, but you can't do any of that unless you have, you guessed it, the email, right? So making sure that you have that email so you can start to foster these relationships in this electronic world that we live in today is kind of job one. It's also your most valuable marketing asset. I had someone a few months ago and they're like, man, I have all these followers on TikTok and I don't know what I'm going to do because now we don't know if TikTok's still going to be in play. And with all the kind of drama around TikTok, they could lose their audience overnight. And my first thing was, well, have you done some lead caps? Have you done some things to kind of bring that traffic over so they're actually in your database? And they had not. So they're like, they spent years on a platform. And this is not just TikTok. If Facebook could change your rule tomorrow, Instagram could change your rule tomorrow, Pinterest, any of them could change your rule tomorrow, and you could have a giant following, but unless you have gathered emails that you own, it's going to mean nothing if they change one thing in that algorithm and you can't reach your clients anymore. We saw this happen several years ago when they switched how they prioritize groups on Facebook and pages on Facebook. Like if you had a page, they were pushing everything out, but then they started to deprioritize. So even if you had 10,000 followers on a Facebook page like I do, they started to devalue the post that went out, and they kind of moved it over to prioritizing groups. So luckily I had both, and I had my eggs kind of in different baskets. And that's the thing about being in marketing, is understanding how fast the world moves. And this is a reality, guys. Your email list is the only list that you own. That is your asset. Like if you ever go to sell a company, my husband and I have owned several companies, bought and sold companies. And the last one we sold, they looked at how many people are in your database, how many active emails do you have. That is an asset that you own in your business. So start collecting them early and often and consistently, for sure. There's a great stat that was just shared that said your ROI on email marketing, for every dollar you spend, the average business gets $36 back. That's huge. That was shared by Constant Contact. And I thought that makes so much sense. And because I can tell you our database size is over 150,000 just for the travel related companies that I own. So of course, if I have an offer or something to share, if I send something out, there's going to be a certain percentage that respond to that, right? So the bigger your list, the bigger your ability to convert traffic into paid customers. So make sure that you are doing that for sure. So let's talk about number 2, which is free ways to grow your email marketing list. Not all marketing has to be expensive, guys. So let your little heart be happy. I started with a little tiny, first I had no budget with my travel business, then it moved up to $50 a month, and then it has gone cumulatively where now I spend anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000 in advertising every single month. So when I share stats with you, you should know I really know what I'm talking about, because we look at all these trends, what's our return on investment, everything across the board. So, and I can tell you, once you have that email, it is so much less expensive to market to folks. But there's free ways to market to them, and there's paid ways to market to them. So let's start with the free ones. One, you can leverage, if you have social pages built already, you can collect emails that way. You can put a post out, you can create like a lead capture. One of our sister companies, Wanderlust Social, does a great job of this. They have packing lists and itineraries and top 10 things to do. You could go to Wanderlust Social, get one of those lead caps, throw your branding on it. That's allowed through their subscription service. Ready to go in less than maybe 5 minutes. It would take you to create that, to just add your colors and your branding. Then you put that in a lead capture environment where you put it out and you say, hey, I'll deliver this packing list to you. They give you your email and you deliver the packing list. And now you've collected that first email. So that's a great way. That's why you see so many of these companies saying, hey, I have this free thing, or download this, or get my packing list, or get my travel guide. There's a lot of that goes on in the industry. Maybe you've wondered why. It's because they're starting to gather emails that will then go into a database that they can market to later. Another thing you could do is contests and giveaways. If you have any type of ranking in these social pages, or you have a good audience, you could run a contest. Now, I actually like to do my contests inside of groups, because I feel like I don't want just people that aren't going to ever use my service. I really want someone who's targeted. So I have lots of Facebook groups, for example. So within my my agency's Facebook group, we'll go in there and we'll say, hey, we're running a contest, because those are people that have signed up that are already interested in my business, or my existing clients that might have friends and family and things like that. So we like to run our contests inside there. Now, you could do your contest anywhere if you're just getting started. Another thing that you can do later is look at your email list, and if people aren't responding or aren't opening, you can remove them from your list. So there's things that you can do later. If you do, like, that's part of the game, guys. You're always going to get some that sign up for the thing and then they don't actually ever, or they give you a junk email that just goes to a dead end box that doesn't do you any good. So you can clean up those types of things later. But I just want you to focus on right now getting some emails on your database list so you can market to them. Attending local events. See if there's any free events locally that you can attend. Of course, there's going to be paid ones like through your Chamber of Commerce or different areas. Might be having like a art show or a craft show or a home and garden show. To actually have a booth in those shows, it's going to cost you some bucks. But sometimes they have last minute vacancies, or sometimes they have free events for new businesses. So you might want to check those out as well. All right, let's go through a couple paid ways. If you've exhausted all the free things to do and you feel like, Cyndi, I need that next punch up, you can run meta ads. You can run ads on Facebook, on Instagram. This is an area where we put our marketing budget towards every single month. Now, understand the strategy is not come book a trip with me right now. This is really key to understand, guys. So a lot of people will say, oh, I tried Facebook ads, I tried Instagram ads, and they didn't work. It's not that the ads didn't work, it's that your strategy, you didn't understand the strategy you should be utilizing, right? So one of the strategies you can utilize in Facebook and in Instagram is, I'm going to give you this free thing. They should give you the email. Now you have the email and you can market to them every day, and you don't have to pay Mark Zuckerberg every time that you're running an ad, right? Because a lot of people weren't thinking about booking a vacation to Hawaii today, right? Like if that ad pops up on Facebook, you're like, oh, that's pretty, but like I'm not in the space where I'm going to sit down and book a free consult or something like that. But if you say, here is my, the absolute most fantastic travel guide to Hawaii, or the 2025 travel guide to Hawaii that you must have if you're planning a vacation to Hawaii, that I might be like, oh, that's cool. Let me get that. And now I've given you my email. So now you can go into later a sales funnel. Now we're not going to go into sales funnels today because I could literally train a masterclass that's a week long on how to do funnels and things like that. But right now, I just want you to get that initial asset, which is that email. But do you see how that's different? So instead of, and think about this, when you have Facebook ads, you're like, why would I click on that, right? You have to make it something that people would want to click on to trade you the email for whatever the thing is that you're delivering. So sometimes it's just an adjustment of your strategy for your paid ads in Facebook and Instagram. We trained out all this stuff inside Wanderlust Campus, by the way, guys. So for those of you who are thinking about getting certified, just know that all this stuff can be learned if you don't know how to do it today. And it's a work in progress. So just be patient with yourself. Take a deep breath. I know marketing conversations can be tough for those of you that you've never marketed before, right? So the other thing that you can do is collaborate with influencers and bloggers. We do this on occasion, dependent on how big their following is. They may have a fee to do a post for you. They may have a fee to list your information in a video. But think about, who are some of your favorite bloggers? Maybe reach out to them, or influencers, and say, hey, I'm a travel agency. Like, do you collaborate with agencies? Do you have fees? Figure out if it's in your budget to work with them. That might be a good one as well. And then investing in email automation to nurture leads effectively. So once you have these emails, your next thing, and if you're watching this video and you're like, Cyndi, I already have a list of a few thousand people, then you may be ready to really kind of put some nice automations in place and what we call segmenting your marketing list. So for example, in my database, I collect information on folks as I get their email, and I might put them in a bucket that says they were interested in Disney, they were interested in Europe, they were interested in Hawaii, they're empty nesters, whatever information I have. And then with that information, I can then create a beautiful sales funnel that will really speak to them. Like if they're a Disney person, the journey that I take them on as a customer is going to look different than someone who's interested in a fully custom trip through Europe, right? Those are totally two different conversations on different planets. So how you do your marketing as your database grows will change. I don't want to go too deep into that because that's a lot to kind of think about right now for sure. But what I want you guys to walk away with is every dollar you spend in service of collecting emails typically on average has a $36 return rate. So you putting your time, energy, and resources and getting good at this is a positive thing. Also, doing this really well, you are not going to be like held captive to these platforms that are changing their algorithms and their policies and how they're working with their customers every single day. The platforms only have one rule: try to keep them on the platform as long as possible. So you need to get those emails off of the platform from your followings on these platforms so you own the list. Then you can think about how to get consistent with automation and nurturing your audience. That's kind of the next phase to today's conversation, which brings me to, if you guys struggle with marketing, I love travel, I love earrings, I love coffee mugs, but I really, really love helping you grow your business. So what we do at Wanderlust Campus is we are the only company in the industry that not only certifies you as a travel professional, but the second half of what we do is this is a business program where you are learning how to get your marketing machine in place. You're learning how to serve people at a higher level customer service wise. You're learning how to build a recurring business model. You're learning how to use consultative sales, and in your marketing, all that we just talked about one today, which this whole video was just about email marketing, but there are 7 or 8 solid ways to market your travel business if you know the strategies. And of course, it takes more time than these 15-minute videos we can make for you here on YouTube, but I encourage you to check us out at travelschool.com or schedule a free goal mapping session with our enrollment team. You can visit us at cruiseonvacation.com/ready now, and we'll learn about your goals, see if it's a match to work together, and if it is, we'll talk to you about the path to certification and really getting these big next level processes in place that will absolutely transform your business. So I hope I opened up some new ideas for you guys to think about today. And listen, pop your questions down below. We'd love to answer those too. And wherever you are in your journey, I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish the world. We'll see you on the next one. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all the content available to you on our channel. And I invite you to follow along, travel with me around the world as I grow and scale my travel businesses. You're gonna pick up some great tips, some great tricks on how you can grow your own travel brand too. I'm gonna drop some links down below, and also check out these videos I handpicked just for you.